Hello and welcome to episode 3 of OmegaRuby Online Battles. I am PalpitoadMan, and this is I Hate Blissey. I've got a little bit more of explaining to do. I received 2 comments from a Skeptile_13, and he requested that I do a fully evolved Ashes Indigo League team, which I will be doing. I will probably just use my same Raichu, as well as gather the other 5 Pokemon as per his request. I have also tried to satisfy his other request, and I will be experimenting with some things in this recording as to when a Pokemon faints. Without any further ado, let's jump right into the battle. So as you can see here, I've actually interchanged Nidoking for Volcarona for this one fight. It's going to be pretty interesting to see how I adapt to this, because you guys haven't seen my Volcarona yet, or my other secret Pokemon on my team. So he leaves with Fortress and Mega Charizard X, but he doesn't Mega Evolve it in the first turn, oddly. So I take that opportunity to set up a Rain Dance in case it was a Mega Charizard Y, which I wasn't sure of, so that would have countered its Drought and severely crippled the Pokemon. So Fortress gets out some Spikes, which I was not worried about. It really just seemed like a trapper. But he Mega Evolves X now, so that very much crippled my strategy of just hammering it with a Hydro Pump, because I wasn't even sure if it could Mega Evolve after that first turn. But instead, I went to try and get rid of Fortress right there, because it could be packing Explosion and Charizard with Protect, so I couldn't afford that risk. But of course, with Sturdy, it survived that, and a Dragon Claw left me with 2 HP on Ludicolo. So lucky right there. And it does almost no damage. I was hoping it wouldn't go Mega X, so that would do more damage, but they Toxic Poison my poor little Raichu here. And so, that was a very unfortunate turn of events there. But, luckily, because of Swift Swim, Ludicolo gets off its last dying breath right there. Hydro Pump takes out Charizard and Ludicolo right there. And that is just how life works, people. Okay, so Raichu goes to the Volt Tackle, and that gets rid of Fortress completely. And that is show business. But now we just have a badly poisoned Raichu on the field. And unfortunately, my things for erasing the people are not working right now. So I'm just going to keep running with it, see if it fixes itself in any time. But I bring in Aerodactyl, they bring in Blissey and Scizor. This is literally one of my least favorite battles that I even do. So I Mega Evolve Aerodactyl, yada yada yada, it goes crazy mega and awesome. Gets the Black Stalactites, pretty radical. Scizor Bullet Punch one hits my poor little Aerodactyl here. And that was kind of, like, painful for me to see. This great beast just slain with a single punch. But that's just how life works. So I nuzzle Blissey, thinking that if I can cripple it, then it'll need to waste a turn on a heal bell that it could use to heal. And the paralysis hacks right away, it can't move. And of course, Blissey with leftovers. What could be more wonderful than that? So Raichu's suffering with that poor little poison thing. So I bring in Volcarona, and I make a great prediction here. I go for the Protect, thinking that they're going to try and Bullet Punch Volcarona, and I use the turn where Scizor is now blocked to nuzzle it, and now it is paralyzed. Just like Blissey. I really capitalize on paralysis with these kinds of battles, because it's really just my niche, paralyzing things. So Dazzling Gleam does barely any damage to Raichu, and the rain goes away, which is going to be good for Volcarona. The thing is, I really just have to stall once Ludicolo gets knocked out to use Volcarona, because the rain counters its Heat Wave, so that's a little difficult, but I can usually maneuver around the Rain Dance for long enough. And so now it's just Raichu helping hand with its final poisonous dying breath, and Scizor's Bullet Punch really hammers Volcarona, surprisingly, even though it's ineffective. So I was pretty sure it was choice banded, but... And the Heat Wave comes in, and it just demolishes poor Scizor, and Scizor is gone. Bye, Scizor. So now all that's left is Blissey. And, of course, why did I say just Blissey? Blissey is the worst Pokemon in existence. That's my final opinion after this battle, of course, and you'll shortly see why. So I come up with the little leftovers, and they get leftovers too, and this is probably the longest battle I'm going to post ever. So I start setting up quiver dances because they don't have any status they can inflict on me, and they're probably just going to keep dazzling, gleaming me, which has no secondary effects and barely does any damage. So I just keep healing with leftovers and setting up quiver dances until eventually I get to +6, which is going to take a while, so I'm just going to talk about my plans for the future. So, Skeptile13 commented the battle, and it's going to take me a little while to get together all the different stuff that I'm going to need for it. Like the starters, I already have them, but I'm going to need to breed them, and somehow I'm going to have to get that muck, of course. I don't think I have a Grimer at the moment, but I can always just use like X or OmegaRuby, find one, or something like that. But that's going to be a little more complicated, and I'm probably going to ask Skeptile13 if he'll actually fight me with the team that he requested. I'll find a way to like private message the friend codes, and we can actually do our battle against each other. This is what he has brought upon himself. We are going to battle this out. And so, as you can see in the battle, really not a lot is happening. We're kind of just both healing up here. I think I go for the Giga Drain here, and that, it looks like it does barely anything, but that is a lot of health on Blissey, so that heals a ton. But they heal Bell away their paralysis, sadly enough. And so now, it really doesn't matter. I'm +3 speed, so. But either way, I'm a little sad that I couldn't get the animations on the side to work, but I'll keep looking into that Skeptile13. So, as we can see here, I'm at +4 with my quiver dances, and this is just killing me. When I was actually doing this fight, I was just sitting there wondering when would it end. And I wasn't even concerned about a crit, because when I was +0 quiver dances, it did like 10 damage, so there was really no way he was going to win. So I just needed to keep setting up my quiver dances until eventually I could break his Blissey. I was considering calling this episode Breaking Blissey, like Breaking Bad, as a reference, see if anyone would get it. Okay, so here it breaks its egg and eats it to heal health. I don't think any mother would do that in their right mind, so this is just an odd move. But I just keep quiver dancing. This is a really wonderful thing. But I have a surprise for you at the end of this video, if you can even make it through all these quiver dances. There's the crit, 19 damage, beautiful hit right there. Leftovers heals back half of it. If they got nothing but crits, I think they could win, but it would take a very long time. So I get the Heat Wave, and +6 Heat Wave with the Modest Nature and full special attack EVs and IVs. It doesn't even do, like, much more than half. So that was I felt a little bad for my Volcarona at that point. It's such a strong Pokemon, but Blissey is just so healthy. So I go for the Heat Wave again. Boom. End of match. Longest match. Probably one of the longer videos you've ever had to sit through. That's just a doubles. And so as you can see, that was a pretty, very long match. And so yeah, I'm gonna be doing a single battle next time, and you'll soon see what the theme of that's gonna be. Thank you very much for watching. Special thanks to my opponent, Chris, some sort of face, and then a ton of Sleepy Z's. Special thanks to him for a great match. My next video is going to be a full Wonder Trade team, so keep on the lookout for that. That's going to be real fun. I'm just going to take the first 3 Pokemon through Wonder Trade, train them up. Hopefully they'll have good IVs, because, you know, it's Wonder Trade. I love people on Wonder Trade. And so we're going to hope that we can get all that sorted out. I'm going to get some Wonder Trade Pokemon. We're going to do a singles, actually. I'm not going to try to set them up for doubles. But here's hoping that we get a good team, and keep a lookout for that really awesome fight. And I'm also planning to have that Skeptile13 battle for y'all as soon as maybe my 7th video. That's optimistic, though. Connecting with this guy might be difficult. Skeptile13, when you watch this, probably just private message me. We'll sort things out for the viewers. And I'll probably have to take a short break. I should have my next video by Thursday. My schedule's looking a little busy for the next few days. But just keep on the lookout. I will update as frequently as I can. I'll get that Wonder Trade team together, which will take a little time as well. Thank you very much for watching again, and have a good night, everybody.